Hey guys, yesterday we started the official online hunt for the Black Ops Cold War Zombies reveal. Treyarch threw a ton of puzzles at us that we did finish and complete, and at the end of it we came to a stopping point where we had to wait until today to do the next step. I covered all of yesterday's steps in the previous video, and today I'm going to cover today's steps. Also show you that they revealed 2 zombie map locations that will probably be the maps that are going to be at launch and what we'll be playing. Yesterday's puzzles were pretty tricky, but today's were a little bit easier and a lot of fun. To quickly catch you up to speed, there were 6 COD community members that are participating in this. They received huge crates from Treyarch that revealed 1980s computers. All 6 people had a computer and they are needed to solve yesterday's puzzles and today's. Yesterday we ended on this page here from Pawn Takes Pawn, Fire and Air. We were told that we had to wait until today to enter in these 2 passwords to move forward. These 2 passwords were obtained by doing all the puzzles yesterday and then ending up going back to the Pawn Takes Pawn, going into the Zork terminal and playing the game, and then these 2 passwords were revealed. I'll go ahead and put them in here, and you have to put them in this order. Hit submit. It's going to take you to a new page, pawntakespawn.com/Vanguard. When you get to that page, an achievement will pop up, and the first clue that we get in the hunt, we get 6 different colored codes. Yesterday we learned that each person that has a terminal is designated a certain color, so Jack Frogs gets anything that's red, Dalek gets anything that's yellow, and so forth. So they have to take their designated color code and enter it in on their terminal. After doing that, this is what showed up on their monitors. It was a portion of the Activision's Chopper Command video game for Atari. Now, yesterday we did 2 different ciphers that involved this game, so we're familiar with how this works. Each of these is a puzzle piece to a bigger picture, and when put together it looks like this. And shout out to Cisco in Geeky Pastimes Discord. He put all of this together, so it made it a whole lot easier. So the first thing that was noticed when all of these were put together is the bottom. It's got a /V Charlie, so that lets us know we need to go back to Pawn Takes Pawn and go to that new website. When we go there, it pulls up this redacted letter, and this is reading out basically the mission to Victor Charlie that is a part of the campaign for Black Ops 1. The mission involves investigating for signs of Russian presence who are believed to be providing support for their North Vietnamese allies. Yesterday we had something similar to this. We had redacted information like this, and we had to go in and pull out individual letters and put them together to form a sentence. And the Chopper Command game was used as a key to locate those individual letters, and it's going to be the same thing today, but just on a larger scale. Based on instructions we were given yesterday, each helicopter on the right pairs up with a black bar that is on the left on that document. There are 18 helicopters and there are 18 black bars, and they also both match up in the order that they go down the page. So the best thing to do here is to start numbering the helicopters and then numbering the black bars. So on the right, I've numbered the helicopters 1 through 18, and I've drawn a line to each of them to let me know which one is next going down. So now that I have that mapped out, I can start mapping out the black bars, and those are pretty easy. So I'm just going to number those 1 through 18 going down. Those are easy to see, but those helicopters are kind of close together, so that's a lot harder, and those lines really helped. So now that we have that matched up, we need to find the word that is associated with each of the helicopters. Imagine the helicopters being on top of the black bars, and now we have to move the helicopters in a certain direction and go to certain words, and then they'll land. Based on the instructions above, whichever way the helicopter is facing is the direction you want to go from the black bar. And then the color of the helicopter lets you know how many words over you need to go. So for number 1, we're going to go to the top black bar. It's a white helicopter and it's facing left, so it lets us know we need to go 2 times to the left and collect that word. The first word to the left is presence, and then the next word is Soviet. So Soviet is going to be the word associated with helicopter number 1. Then you just go down the page and find each word that's associated with the helicopter, and I've got them all outlined in red here. So there's 18 words, but out of those 18 words, we only need 1 letter from each of the words. And based on the instructions we had yesterday, and those are the only instructions we have, we were supposed to be using the score on the game to be able to figure that out, but these don't have any game score on them. It was figured out that we have to use this reference number up here. This is perfect. There are 18 numbers up here and there are 18 words, so that's going to allow us to identify which letter we need from each word. For example, the very first number is number 1, so the very first word we have is Soviet. So they want us to use the first letter of Soviet and collect that. So that's going to be the letter S. Then the next reference number is number 2. So we're going to go to the next word and use the second letter because it says number 2, and that's going to be the letter U. So far we have S and U. Then I broke it down into a full grid here showing you all of the words that are collected from the redacted letter, and then on the left there in red, that shows which letter in the sequence we need to collect. So the top, we needed the first letter S, the second one, we needed the second letter U, then below that is Bowman, we needed the first letter B, so you can see how that goes and progresses. Once all those letters are collected, it's going to equal the phrase subterranean signal. Now we don't have any passwords to enter in on any screen, so we assume this is a website. So yes, it is. We go to pawntakespawn.com/subterranean signal. That takes you to this page here where it wants you to enter in 6 mission orders. And luckily Treyarch took it easy on us, just handing us over these passwords. If you go back to the game screens that were put together, the passwords are at the top and at the bottom. There might be a specific way to enter these. I got it right the first time, but you might be able to put them anywhere. I'm not sure, I didn't try that, but I just went from left to right, just reading from the top of the screen, and then with the boxes just going left to right until they were all filled in. It takes you to another page inside Pawn Takes Pawn called Extraction Complete, and once you get to this point, you will earn another achievement and also collect a prize. When you click on the link to reveal the reward, it gives you this code here that you have to go to callofduty.com/redeem to redeem, and when you put it in, it's going to reveal that you've won this Warzone vehicle skin. And anybody can get this by going to the website I just showed you and entering in those 6 passcodes. It doesn't matter if you've gotten anything done prior to that, you don't need to. You can get this by doing nothing. So we are finally getting our first look at some serious Black Ops Cold War zombie intel. They're giving us some character information, storyline information, and 2 map locations, which I believe will be the 2 maps that we see at release. So when we scroll down, we see this first note here. It says, wind and dust fill the air as blades rotate and pick up speed. More than an aircraft, choppers are an incredible testament to human ingenuity and engineering. A result of countless hours of trial and error, the best minds working together to harness the power of physics. Not all such endeavors end so well. This part of the mission is complete. See you tomorrow. So that lets us know we solved everything for today, but there's still a lot of documentation to go over within this one site. I wonder what this could be hinting to. Is our new crew going to be like helicopter pilots or something? If you scroll down to the bottom, there is a tape recorder that has some audio, and I'll play that for you guys in just a moment, but if you click on the items behind this note, it reveals other pages, and this letter reads, to M, there is a developing situation at Lubyanka. They found something in the archives, something from the war. I'm not sure about the Collegium, but several of the deputy chairmen are recommending that the committee authorize a ground operation. I will try to find out what I can, but this is very worrying. These are very serious men, but I have never seen looks on their faces like I have in recent days. Signed, Tatiana. Then under that letter from Tatiana, there is a map, and circled is a location called Morasko. Now this is in Poland, and what people are speculating is that this is going to be that Nocturne Toten location that we saw in that 10-second teaser. Also, there's an Omega symbol up at the top right, and that could be indicating the symbol of the group that we are going to be working with, like the Omega Group or Task Force or something like that. Some interesting facts that the community was able to dig up about Morasko is the fact that it has a meteorite nature reserve, and we all know the zombie storyline is closely tied to that, so this is definitely interesting. Now I'll go back and scroll down and go to that tape recorder and play that audio for you guys. It's a little under a minute.
I know you're scared, but I need you to be brave. Again, Tatiana has the package, but I'm worried about her. She hasn't been back to Lubyanka since she took it. Bad mistake. Her superiors are not stupid men. They will notice her absence. It is most unlike her. They will bring her in for interrogation. As soon as she hears the words, the KGB has irrefutable evidence that you have been actively engaged in anti-Soviet activities. She'll talk, but that won't stop them. Go to her house. Get the package. Whether she wants you to or not. I'm working with people in the West who can help us. Help you. I want you to know that whatever happens, your actions will save many lives.
Now, I'm not going to speculate on all that right there. I've got a really good video I'm going to direct you to where they're really good at this stuff, so I'll leave it to them. I'm just covering the technical side. So the next and last thing I want to show you guys is the other map location that they kind of hinted to us, and I don't know if many people picked up on this, maybe they did, but yeah, this definitely looks like the rumors we've been hearing. So if you go back to the subterranean signal page where you first enter in those 6 codes, there's a background there that tells quite a story. Here's the full background without that box where you enter in the codes on, and it shows 3 different photographs. The top one is helicopters, which appear to be a very Vietnam-ish scene. Then this picture here definitely looks to be in that region as well. This is a type of agriculture that's called terracing, and they'll slope the land and create stair steps like that, and it helps to produce more efficient farming. And I thought that's what I was looking at right there on the original picture, and I had Honda Riders help me. I was like, go try to find a picture that looks like this, and this is what popped up. He did a really good job, so yeah, it helped us to know that's definitely that terracing. And then finally, the picture on the very bottom left is a map to let us know, yes, it is in the Vietnam region. You can see that it says Laos there with a shoreline, and I'll go to Google Earth and go to the same spot. So you can see that the map on the right is zeroed in on a pretty large portion of Vietnam in that shoreline. It looks like it runs from Vinh down to Dong Hoi. That's about a 300-mile gap right there, and it looks like they're targeted more on Vinh, and that's a pretty famous location during the Vietnam War. So yes, it definitely looks like we have 2 map locations here. We've got the one that appears to be the Noct location in Poland and what they've already shown us in that 10-second teaser. And now we have a second map location that is in Vietnam somewhere, and this was one of the ideas that was rumored many months ago, so it looks like it's coming true. Also, if you guys want to hear some really good information on what all of this intel could mean, head over to this video right here. I'll also have it linked down in the description, but it's going to be very good for people that enjoy the storyline and are excited about this new story and want to learn as much as they can. I think tomorrow we might be getting a trailer. Now, they have been dragging these Easter egg hunts out for an entire week, but so far they're allowing us to solve everything every day, so I think tomorrow might be the official trailer, so we'll just see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it is helping you guys stay up to date with what's going on with this reveal, and we'll see you next video.